Hello, my friends. Welcome to an amazing day. And as always, I'd ask you to take a deep breath in and a major sigh. Let the breathing come back to normal. Be up, stand tall, sit tall, be magnificent because that's who you are. Welcome to this big day. This is the big day of choices today, right? This is the day we've been waiting for. Of course, you know that I'm talking about the NFL trade deadline. Oh, wait a second. The NFL deadline is not the most important choice of the day, is it? No, we have the opportunity to be in contact with our purpose. And our purpose, to me, again, is understanding what our deepest values are and making our choices based on those values. And one of those values is joy. Joy is about being on purpose. If you're not in alignment with your deepest purpose, you're not going to be in joy. And don't mistake dark joy for true joy. Dark joy is the draw towards negativity, towards judgment, towards hatred. Yes, if you hate, you can develop a great conviction in hatred as well, but it's not going to bring you true joy. It's always going to be a fracturing. It's not going to bring you a relationship to beauty because you're not looking for beauty, you're looking for ugliness, right? So that's where we are right now today. We have the choice to choose between an ugly world and a beautiful world. Now, a beautiful world doesn't mean that things are great. Please remember, this is not our first go-round, right? We've had other very, very challenging times in our history, right? World War I, World War II. Those two great wars were really the beginning of what we call the Civil Rights Movement in America. The Civil Rights Movement was absolutely instrumental towards women's rights, towards gay rights, towards immigrant rights. So what I'm saying is that sometimes good things come out of bad situations if we continue to look for it. Remember, too, that, again, this is not our first time of trial. People would have sort of a rose-colored sense of what the 60s were. Between 1960 and 1968, we had 8 major assassinations, all the way from Medgar Evers to JFK, to Malcolm X, to Martin Luther King and RFK and on and on. And not even that. We even had assassination attempts, right? When George Wallace was shot. So these are, we had all kinds of stuff in that era. So it's important that we ground ourselves and get a little bit calmer and really connect with the strength to have compassion. It takes strength to have compassion during a time like that, like this. It takes strength to have compassion for people who are doing and saying things that appear reprehensible, at least to anyone's perception who has a different point of view. So we have to develop the ability to be in depth. We have to find depth. We have to dig our roots down deep. Remember, time is not just about length, it's about depth. And if we dig our roots down deep, and what I mean by digging our roots down deep, I'm talking about true mindfulness. Not always sort of trying to make everything come out the way that we would like. Sort of sitting back and listening and relaxing and allow ourselves to find the flow rather than trying to shape and force the flow. To me, this connects us to what this election is really about, which is finding a way to come back into wholeness and finding a way for both individual resilience and resilience of our culture. And remember, we are one. We are one. So let's accept where we're at. Let's accept the situation as it is. Just as in the 40-day practice, and again, we are in the 3rd week of the 40-day practice. Just in the 40-day practice, we want to understand where we are and where we hope to be and not get it twisted. Part of that idea of being in depth is not getting distracted from what you're really about and really in contact with your true purpose, your true essence of finding beauty and love for this life exactly as it is. Let's find what it is and come beyond it. Let's not get too high or too low based on what happens in this election today. We're going to be all right. But we're going to be all right because we are committed to personal transformation that changes the way that we are in the world. So I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. Here we go. You know, I see this with people all over the world. People who are more peaceful, more calm, more likely to want to work things out, oftentimes fall behind people who are more aggressive and seem like more likely to attack. I just want to encourage you to realize that we are powerful. People who are committed to peace are powerful. And it's important to understand it's a different relationship. We are the ones who are going to be the ones who show the greatest power, not by force, by allowing it to flow through us, by recognizing oneness. I bring my hands into prayer position and I bow to you. For you and I are family.